y'all, it's K Divine. Well, today's my birthday. Today's January 11th, and I'm going to post this today. Today's my 30th birthday, and you know, usually I don't celebrate my birthday because I have a lot of birthday trauma. Like I've had people like ruin my day, or you know, like they purposefully would make me cry on my birthday. Like, you know, like I've just had so much bullshit happen on my birthday that I just stopped celebrating it. But you know what? This year's a little different because I'm just so grateful to be here. Because when I look back a year ago on my birthday, I was not in a good place. Literally and figuratively. And I just... This year has been really, really crazy for me. Very, very crazy. This past year has been super, super humbling. It's been one of the craziest years I think I've ever experienced in my life. And I've had some rough times. I've had some rough times in my life. But last year it did something to me that I don't think any other year has ever done. And it's humbled me in a way where I'm just grateful for so many little things in life now. Like, I used to be worried about status, like what kind of car I have and how much money I'm making and how am I going to get to this point and how can I be better than these other people? How can I show people that I'm capable of this and I'm capable of that? And I was, you know, after going through everything I was going through, I was like, you know what? It really doesn't matter what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it. Someone's gonna find something negative to say about it, so you might as well just keep doing your best. Because even through everything that I was going through, like, when I tell y'all, it was like, for some people, I couldn't even be homeless and they're still checking for me. And it's like, you know that if you're going through some of the worst things that you've ever experienced in your life and you still got people coming for you, whether it's like actually like physically, like you got people like stalking you or watching you, or you just got people who are monitoring you and that are just like, they're happy to see you down. Like, if that's something that's going on in your life, you got to understand how powerful you are. Because people don't do stuff like this to people just because. Like, they do it out of jealousy. They do it out of hate. They do it because they, like I've told y'all before, like, they feel some sort of inadequacy next to you. Then they want you to be beneath them so that they can feel better about themselves. And you know, after, like I said, after I've been through so much this past year, I've come to the realization and understanding that I am a lot stronger than I gave myself credit for, and I am proud of myself. And making it to C30 was not something I thought was going to happen in my lifetime. Honestly, I really didn't. I did not believe for a very long time that I was going to live this long. I had suicidal thoughts when I was very young. I dealt with a lot of hard mental health issues, and I still deal with mental health issues, but I'm more aware of it now. I'm gonna be in a better position to manage it now. And like I'm just so happy to have made it this far. Like, to say that I'm 30 years old today is crazy to me because, wow, I'm 30 years old. But you want to know how I also know that, like, things are good for me and that things are going to be okay? Is that people who I've cut off are trying to get in contact with me. And that is the craziest part to me, because I'm like, what the fuck is going on, y'all? So I'll get into this later. Don't ask me why, but my partner was talking to my mother and my sister yesterday. I'll get into the reason why he calls them or whatever later on in a different video. And I guess my mom wants to speak to me, and I've already told y'all about that lady. I already told y'all that, you know, she's a different kind of lady, okay? And I tried my best with her. I told her what I needed from her. I told her what I wanted, and she couldn't do it. And so I just had to let the relationship go. And I don't know, I guess she wants to speak to me now, and saying she really likes, I guess she really wanted to talk to me, and my daughter let her know. My mommy's at work, which I was at work when they were on the phone, which I find so funny, because I'm like, yeah, my baby's so straightforward, y'all. She is such my child. But I guess also in this conversation, my father sent me something to my mom to get to me, and now my mom's got to send it to my partner to get to me, right? And so now the thing about my dad, I have not seen nor have I spoken to my father since I was 18, okay? So what are we talking, 12 years? I am not even the same person anymore. I was just graduating high school when I saw him, and when I was 18, we didn't even really speak. He had to come get a vehicle that he bought for me when I was 16 that I couldn't drive because I didn't get my license until I was 18. So the car sat in the driveway for 2 years, and my mom would have a conniption every time she thought I touched it. Like, she would say, all right, you were driving, I can tell, that car looks like it moved. Like that's the shit I'm talking about. Like, my mom used to come in the house from work and like start yelling at me like I was driving the car. Now granted, I was having behavioral issues at the time, but one thing I was not going to do was drive that car, because I was terrified to do that. I was terrified because I was like, man, if I drive this car, I'm definitely getting my ass whooped. And I was already dealing with so much, so that was one thing I definitely wasn't doing. But she just was so convinced that I was driving the car, even though she had zero proof of me doing it. And I'm like, no, I haven't. She's like, it looks like it's moved. And I'm like, man, I'm not a good enough, skilled enough driver to make the car look like it exactly did. Like, it was crazy. But anyways, yeah, my dad, we don't have a relationship. So the fact that he's sending me stuff and reaching out is crazy. This is how I know that the tables are turning, because, you know, I think that a lot of people, especially after a cutoff or after you've had some sort of elevation, your energy is different. Like, they can feel that you aren't the same person anymore, and people start thinking about what they've done, you know. And even if, whether you have a narcissistic parent or not, even if they never truly admit to the things that they have done to you, or the things that they have contributed in your life that was, you know, contributed to the chaos in your life, one thing that they are going to do is they are going to think about it. They are going to think about it. And that's how I know that my dad is, you know, my parents are older. My dad is, I want to say 8 years older than my mother, and my mother is 61. So my dad is almost 70. And it's like he wasted he wasted 30 years not being a part of my life, and now all of a sudden you want to come and send me stuff trying to get in touch with me. Wrong move, sir. Like, people think that they can do what they want when they want to do it, and then later on they want to reach back and say, hey, can we talk? Can I apologize? Can I this? Can I that? And it's like, no. I mean, at this point, when it comes down to these people, for me, it's between them and their creator. Okay, it's like I've made it to 30 because of the Most High, not because of them, not because of not because of schooling, not because of any system. The only reason why I'm here today is because of God. Because there were so many obstacles. I mean, and there's still so many obstacles in front of me. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. I'm not done yet. I have a lot more things that I want to do. Like, I mean, for me, turning 30 is like, I'm not getting older. I'm about to start getting better. Like, that's where I'm at with it. Because my 20s were some of the hardest times of my life because I was really discovering myself. Growing up, I never really felt like I was allowed to have a real personality. Like, I didn't really know who I was. I had some major identity crisis, like, growing up. And I think it was a lot of it contributed to me being undiagnosed neurodivergent. A lot of it contributed to me not having a real support system. Like I told y'all before, like my mom didn't really support me, not the way that I needed. Like my mom was one of those parents that, yes, she made sure that we were fed, she made sure that we had clothes, she made sure that we went to school. Like she did those things, but there was no emotional connection. There was no like she didn't help me academically. Like there was times where I asked her, like, I need help with school, I need like a tutor or something, because I was struggling, I was falling behind. And up to that point I had been in accelerated classes, and I never anticipated struggling or having issues, and I was having issues, and I was asking for help, and she told me that there was nothing that she could do, and that I was gonna have to figure it out. And it's like you push me to the side and you don't even try anything. Nothing. She worked for a fucking university. I was like, there's not a student that wants to help me or would volunteer to help me. I understand that money was tight, but I'm like, dang, like you got all these connections. Even the professors, like everybody at that school loved her for whatever reason. So I'm like, nobody, there's nothing you can do. Okay. When I would call her venting about like my frustrations with things, and it was like I was a irritant to her. I was annoying her. Kayla, like, oh my God, like it's gonna be like, there was no emotional, and I'm just like, dang, am I bothering you? Am I bothering you? So it's like once I started disconnecting and started calling her out on her bullshit, now all of a sudden I'm crazy and I've always been the bad daughter. And and it's like my family wants me to believe that, like, oh well, it's normal for us to talk shit about each other when you're not in the room. That's normal. No, it's not. It is not normal for families that when one person is not around, that everybody is talking shit. That is not normal. Period. I don't care what anybody says. The shit is not normal, and it's not family. Like, family's supposed to be there to support each other. Now, no, you may not always get along, you may not always like each other, but the love is always there, and there is no love in my family. And if they think for 1 second, that I would return into the family dynamic as far as like going to family events and going to birthdays and dinners and all that, yeah, no, I'm not going to Christmas. I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. I'm not about to sit in a room full of people who have made it very clear to me that they do not care. And I'm standing on business from here on out. Like, now, I will sit in the same room as my mother, possibly my sister. I will sit in the same room as them for my granddaughter, for my daughter. If it comes down to she really wants to see my baby and she wants to plan something, fine. I will I'll be there to monitor for sure. But I can almost guarantee that even if they do see each other, it's not gonna last long. My mom isn't consistent, so it's only gonna last for a little bit, because that's how it's always been with her. The last time I confronted her about her behavior, she was doing good for like a week or two, and then she stopped. And she wasn't expecting me to cut her ass off and be like, all right, well, we already talked about this, and here you are continuing to disrespect me. So I guess it's bye. She wasn't expecting that. And she wants to be the victim. She wants me to feel like I'm doing something wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like, as adults, we are not obligated to maintain relationships with anybody that doesn't respect us, that doesn't love us or care for us in the ways that we need to be loved and cared for. You don't have to keep connections with people just because they got history with you. Fuck the history. The history means nothing if there's no respect. So I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your sister. Most of these people don't even like you. Not for real. This is why I stopped telling them my business too. Like, I'm not telling y'all about nothing I got going on for real. You can feel however you want to feel. You can say whatever you want to say. But I'm good and I'm happy. You know, I woke up this morning and I was just smiling because I was like, wow, I'm 30 today. I'm 30, and you know, I made it through a really tough year without any of those people. Without any of the people who claimed so much that I needed so much assistance from them, that I needed their help, you know, that I was incapable, that I just, you know, that I wasn't good enough or whatever the case may be. Like, I made it through a really tough year without talking to any of them, without reaching out to them and saying, hey, can I please have some money? Hey, like, I mean, literally, y'all, like, if you've been watching my channel, you saw what I was going through with the, you know, last year. Y'all saw where I was at. So it's like, I didn't call those people. I didn't reach out to them. I didn't beg them for anything. And this is how I know, like, when you go through a lot of stuff by yourself like that, the reason why people start reaching back out to you afterwards is because they wasn't expecting you to make it through that. They also highly anticipated you being the one that was going to, you know, call them. They thought you was going to be the one that was going to be begging and just can't do it. They didn't expect you to be resilient. They didn't expect you to be strong. And now that they see you for who you truly are, they always knew who you were, but they were hoping that if they broke you down enough that you wouldn't become who you were supposed to be. And a lot of people are going to regret how they've treated you, because now they're going to miss out on the best parts of your life. Because this is not an ending, it's a beginning. And we're just starting over, and it's just new. And I'm just so excited to be here, especially like having this channel. I just love the interaction. Thank you for all my new subscribers that have come. I really appreciate y'all, and thank you to all my future subscribers that are going to come, because I know y'all are coming. So I love y'all. Okay, thank you so much. If there's anybody else who, you know, any other January birthdays, happy birthday, y'all. It's our month. But I love y'all. It's your girl K Divine, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.